Should we trust Facebook and not TikTok? It's kind of funny that everyone has been up in arms about TikTok and not about posting your stuff on Facebook or YouTube. I expressed my thoughts on that on my last video. The fact that I don't think it had anything to do with what they were claiming, that TikTok is they're spying on people. Okay, I don't believe that. I think it was just that they were taking away ad revenue from Facebook and the other platforms. Anyway, it is It is Sunday. It is Monday. Look at the cat dragged in. It's me. And the outfit for tonight was a nice, cute skirt. And it was that nice tonight to wear something like this. 65 degrees, something like that. I wasn't sure if it was going to rain. I brought a jacket along, just a almost like a crop, like dungaree jacket. Croppy. It was kind of like not real low or anything, but I just brought that along also. Didn't need it, thankfully. Hello, good morning. So, yeah, and Sunday night, I'm really preferring going out on Sunday versus Saturdays now, I think. I usually overdo it a little too much on Saturdays and even Fridays. Fridays aren't as bad. If I go out on a Friday or a Sunday, I think I'm better off than going out on Friday or Sunday instead of Saturday. So anyway, I think that's going to be my new goal, to stick with that, and maybe go up both days. Start the weekend and end the weekend with a nice nightcap or something. But anyway, yeah. So I'm really trying to be good. Try not to overdo. I don't want to party. I just want to dress up, go out and mingle, and not need to indulge in the spirits, as it were. But I want the spirits that are above, and my muse that's above me and inspiring me. I don't want the one that destroys the liver. But anyway, yeah, so quick topic. Talking about live music. Right now I have Def Leppard playing, and real quick, I'm just going to talk about that. This is their greatest hits. It's called Vault. But one of their greatest albums was, I remember back in the day, was Hysteria. Okay, and I guess that was, I don't know if it was late 80s or whatever it was, but it was after drummer Rick Allen had gotten in a terrible car accident, and he had lost his arm. I think it was his left arm. And when we heard that the next day, so it was like on New Year's Day, I remember hearing this on the news, and I just thought it was like, this can't be, because like, he's a drummer. This is like the worst thing anyone could ever hear, about this. That might be the end of the band. Turned out that they came out with Hysteria after that, and it might have been a year and a half later. So they had a little bit of a break. They had to get things restarted again and reorganized, I guess. But they kept a drummer. He figured out how to play an electric drum set with, I guess, automatic triggers, and he killed it, right? Rick Allen actually, they came out with their best album ever. They also had a great producer with that one too. In Hysteria, they had Mutt Lange. And Mutt Lange, if you don't know who he is, he's actually the ex-husband of Shania Twain. And he actually helped her get her career off the ground and everything. But he's kind of like he doesn't do interviews. He's like one of these people that I would love to hear an interview, but he doesn't do anything. But everything he seems to get involved with musically always ends up to be produced like something great. So yeah, he was involved with a lot of bands. But let's talk about live music this morning, and some of my favorites that are kind of like on the unknown list, okay? And a lot of people don't know about these. So if you're a Led Zeppelin fan, and you know about The Song Remains the Same, we all do. That's like their gold standard for live music, right? song remains the same. But very few know about How the West Was Won. And it's a 3 CD set. And it was done on Swan Song Records. I never had this on vinyl, but when this became available, and what it was basically, it was a bootleg that was assumed it was done on the soundboard at the concerts, and I guess their manager, I'm trying to think of Led Zeppelin's manager's name. With his blessing, they got this released. It was a bootleg that was out there, and he couldn't believe how great it sounded, and I think Jimmy Page also. And they decided to, you know what, let's get that bootleg and let's release it. Let's kind of like remaster it, and you know, and it was just like one of their best live albums. 3 CDs, a lot of music, all their bests, and all their bests. I just pluralized bests. And I didn't have anything to drink tonight. Except for it was called actually Heineken Zero, which has no alcohol at all. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. Okay, if you know Pink Floyd The Wall, this is Pink Floyd The Wall. It's actually Roger Waters' The Wall live in Berlin, and they had a lot of, Bryan Adams did one of their songs. He did the vocals and guitar on one of them. And so they had like a lot of, it was like a star-studded bunch of well-known musicians. And Cyndi Lauper did Another Brick in the Wall. And if you see the video of it, if you look on YouTube, or if you buy the DVD or the Blu-ray, whatever, it's worth it. It's just like one of these great concerts, and they had a lot of well-knowns in there. So one of the best live albums, one of the best versions of The Wall, and it's not even with Pink Floyd. It's just Roger Waters and his friends. Speaking about Moscow, okay, the Keith Emerson Band live in Moscow, and what I love about this, I mean, it's an unknown. I kind of came across it on YouTube, and I was looking for like live versions of. There was one song by. I mean, I love Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and they have like a lot of, almost all their material is like went platinum. But this one's kind of like unknown because it's Keith Emerson alone with. He picked his own band, put his own band together, and he did this live in Moscow. And it's some of their best live material ever. The one that everyone knows about is Welcome Back, My Friends, which is I think it's a 3 LP set, so it might be a 3 CD set also. I think it was 3 CDs. And it was just like a great live album. But if you hear this, in particular, I mean, I'm trying to think of their main songs on here. Touch and Go is great on this. I mean, you just want to like turn it up to 11. Also, Tarkus is amazing on here. Keith Emerson's playing is some of the best playing, and it's hard to believe that he got a singer. I think his name is Mark Bowie, and I'm probably really butchering that name. He sounds like Greg Lake, but he also plays like solo guitar through it. So this is like the first time you're really hearing like a lot of great solo guitaring. Greg Lake was a great guitar player, but he was more of an acoustic, and he was a great singer, great songwriter, but he had nothing to do with this. Like he wasn't a part of this band, and neither was Carl Palmer, the drummer. But they found another drummer that was like kick-ass. So definitely worth checking out. A lot of people, I mean, this is kind of like a classic, but I don't think a lot of people know about it if you like David Bowie. And this kind of like, you really have to have a taste for it, I guess, but it's his best live recording ever. And I guess it was back in 75, so it might be 76, I forget what year it was, but the guitar player they have on it, and this is Earl Slick. And Earl Slick, I mean, his guitar is like in your face, and it's great. And if you hear it, it's amazing that David Bowie allowed the guitarist to have that much freedom to really turn it up and, you know, kind of compliment, you know, what he was singing. But if you listen to the guitar work on there, and anything I've heard afterward with Earl Slick never compared to this. So this is also a double live. Let's see how it opens up. But there's two CDs in here, and there's the other one. And I had the album back in the day. I had the vinyl, and it was like one of these great ones. And last but not least, I have plenty of others. This is the Journey album, the live album that no one seems to know about. And I don't think Journey, the actual band, had any intention of getting this released. The record company, I understand, actually had this released without their blessing. And so Neil Schon, I don't know if he talks very highly of this, but his guitar on here is great. Steve Perry singing. There's parts where they're live in Tokyo. It's like live in different parts, so it's like the best of their live album, like from everywhere they were. And it's like when I first heard this, and this was back in the early 2000s when this came out. And when I heard it, I was like, I gotta get a copy of this. This was like awesome. But best live Journey ever, and that's all I got. And I hope everyone has a lovely week, the week ahead, and springtime is here, and let's celebrate that. Anyway, thank you for watching.